honeybee colonies, commonly in artificial hives by humans. A beekeeper keeps bees in order to collect honey and other products of the hive produce.
There's a couple of different methods of getting honey out. The commercial people and people that have enough room in their garage to store an extractor, which is a centrifuge to spin the honey out. They can harvest more times per year because they don't break up the wax cells that much, just the surface so the honey can flow out. Me?
Do they reuse those honeycombs? Do they put them back
yes,
in a hive?
Yes, it's called a wet frame and they'll put it back in. You cut it out, let it flop into a 5-gallon bucket. You take a potato masher and you mash it all up to a slurry, and then you pour it through a paint strainer.
Through a filter.
Beekeepers often wear protective clothing to protect themselves from stings. Smoke is the beekeeper's third line of defense. Most beekeepers use a smoker, a device designed to generate smoke from the incomplete combustion of various fuels. A colony of bees consists of 3 different kinds of bees: a queen bee, a large number of female worker bees, and a number of male drones. Bees usually will not sting you unless that you are a threat to them or provoke them. They only want to do their job collecting pollen, but they will defend themselves if they need to.
If a bee comes around you and is flying around you, one of the surest ways to get stung is just start swatting at it. If you don't like it, you simply turn around and walk away.
Yes.
And they don't want to defend unless they have to.
Right.
There's actually 3 levels of a bee letting you know you're in their space. They'll buzz around you,
They'll fly by your
which
head.
is better get gone.
Yeah, better go.
Sometimes they will bump you. They actually run into you without stinging,
Wow.
and that's called bumping.
And then the third,
that's
last
usually
resort
is man, they nail you, and sometimes they don't give you any warning.
The color, flavor, and even aroma of a particular variety of honey might differ depending on the nectar source of flowers visited by the honeybee.
All honey in the store, there's 4 kinds. There's orange, sage, and clove, because for 3 to 5 miles, that's all they had for flowers to bring the flavor in. There's also one more in the store that's common, that's called wildflower, and that's the designation of, I have no idea where the bees went to get the flavor. But the makeup of the community changes the flavor. Long Beach is different than Palos Verdes, is different than Whittier, is different than Pasadena, is different than Malibu. Every one of my honeys has a different color, a different aroma, a different flavor, and a different texture.